I'm here with Ryan O'Neill, the manager of Eagle Crest, to discuss what it entails working hand in hand with BonnaVilla to deliver exceptional homes to end customers. So Ryan, I know that this is not your first time in the industry with homes. Tell me a little bit about your background of working with modular homes and in the industry.
Well, I basically started 30 years ago straight out of college in the modular home industry, and I really liked working with the people, drawing floor plans, just that creative part. And so 2 years ago, came open in Eagle Crest, and I applied and got it, and I've been here ever since. And so it's been a great experience working with BonnaVilla, all the people there, the quality of the houses and everything. It really has been seamless and enjoyable. And
so you mentioned you work directly with BonnaVilla, and I know that there is that point of contact between yourself and their district manager, Heather Dubas. Can you talk a little bit about what that relationship looks like and that process you go through as you're customizing a home for the end user, the home buyer?
Yeah, basically the homeowner comes to us and usually has an idea, or they walk through one of our show homes and get some ideas based off of that. And then so we kind of put it together roughly, and then we send it to Heather, and Heather takes it from there and just kind of completes everything, makes sure that we didn't miss something. She has a real eye for just seeing things like, are you sure you want to do this, or this affects this, and just kind of looks at it from a bigger perspective, right? We're looking at all the details, and she kind of sees the overall thing and then puts it all together, and you just kind of go back and forth that way. So it's really good experience.
And so when do you engage Heather in those conversations? After the customer kind of picks out a lot of their designs, or is it throughout the entire process that you're working with that customer?
Typically, for us, we typically do a lot of the work on the front end, just nailing down general, again, floor plans, a lot of the main features of the home, that sort of thing, typically colors. But then once we pass it on to her, that's where she really takes a hold of it and kind of makes it her own and goes, did you think about this? Again, starts filling all those gaps in and making sure that it ends up being a seamless process in the end.
And so how long do you and Heather work together from start to finish on a home?
Pretty much the entire time. So all the way through scheduling in the plant. Sometimes we do tours with the customers in the plant. So I work with her scheduling those, and she comes along with those tours most of the time. And then even through the whole process. So even once the house is set, if there's any issues, anything that we need to take care of, she's also a part of that process.
And with your background of being in the modular home business for decades now, what have been some of the highlights working with the BonnaVilla team specifically?
I would say attention to detail is a big one, right? On the front end and the back end. Just because when you are doing your house, there's a lot of things that go into making a home, right? And so the attention to detail, attention to the small things in the plant, after it's done, making sure you have all the right materials to complete the home and everything. Even down to, we just did even a workshop for our set crew. And so they were able to show them details and have a roundabout and everything. So it's all those little things that really make the big package.
And if you were talking to another individual and company that's going to be working with BonnaVilla, would there be any advice that you'd give to them of what works best when you are partnering with the district managers over at BonnaVilla?
Yeah, communication is a big one. And then just making sure that you can display the products, that you know the products. And that's another thing that Heather does a really good job of, is making sure that you understand all of the product, right? Because you can't sell what you don't know. And so she does a great job of training and making sure you have all the right, most updated samples and everything, because that's what the customer has to pick out. And so if you know everything about the home, it makes it a lot easier working with the customer.
And you did just touch on this, that customization process. How is it helpful to the home buyer, the end user, to really have that customization? Like, what are some of the things they get to touch and look at and feel that they can choose from when they are designing that home?
Yeah, Basically, that's the one thing I think that puts us above a lot, if not all, of the other modular home companies in town and around the area, is because we can customize it. So we can customize floor plans, we can customize pretty much every aspect of the house, countertops, flooring, just layouts. It's just very, very easy, whereas a lot of other companies, it's, do you want floor plan A, B, or C, you know? And so they go out of their way to make sure that it's what the customer exactly wants. So.
And then you walk with that customer through the entire build process. So when does your process go from working with BonnaVilla and then also keeping in contact and working each step of the process with that home end buyer?
Yeah, so once the house is set and everything, that's when, you know, we start finishing off the home. And that's when now the real, you know, stuff happens. You find out whether your company's got your back or not, right? And BonnaVilla does a really, really good job with their warranty side and with their finish side. So if a house shows up, it typically has every single thing that you need to finish that house inside of it, right? So we don't have to go and ship stuff to the job location. If there's something missing, they get it to you right away. And then just the customer experience too, again, is on the back end, right? So any product that you buy, if it doesn't come with a nice, good, solid warranty that says, I got you, then in the end, it's still not a great experience, right? And so they do a really good job of doing that.
Well, it's a great partnership between Eagle Crest and BonnaVilla. And Ryan, with you being right here in Grand Island with homes set here that people can walk through, I'm sure that just ups the experience for those customers too, to kind of come and walk through different home layouts, to see some of that customization and maybe pick different parts. Do you feel like that helps having these homes set here?
Absolutely, yeah, because that's the biggest thing is, and I would even recommend that for other builders, is as many show homes as you can have. It just gives the customer the ability to go, I like the kitchen over in this one, I like the bathroom in this one, and they get a feel for the size. You know, you can have virtual walkthroughs, you can have pictures all you want, but being able to actually sit in here and walk through it and touch stuff is a big, big part of that.
Well, Ryan, thank you so much for the conversation. I know there is so much to offer here for home buyers to come and touch and feel and see. And with that partnership with BonnaVilla, that just makes it a very seamless and quality process for them too. So we can't wait to see all the homes that you're selling coming forward.
Yep.